want to be that guy?
Do you want to be that guy? Who is that guy? Who is he? Ever since the debates started, we've seen the commercials with that yin-yang sign, with that man in the picture. His name is ROHAN Chung. And we've been wondering, no man, all the money advertising at prime time live, right there, when Andrew Holness is on, Dr. Peter Phillips is on, Nigel Clark is on, Mark Golding is on, he is also on. And in our faces, every Evelyn and Night as well. A lot of people are wondering, who is he? Well, he's right here on Miss Kitty Live. Rohan Chung, good afternoon. How are you doing today?
Good afternoon, Miss Kitty. I'm doing fine. I hope you guys are good.
Well, we are good, but you know, we are here wondering, who are you? Where you pop up from? Who you're representing? And, you know, it's almost as if Rohan Chung of Smartphone Over Worldwide Connections Marketing Limited, right? An independent candidate for Manchester Central who promises jobs and water for its residents. We're wondering where you come from, Rohan Chung.
I was born at the Mandeville Regional Hospital on July 27, 1991.
1991.
Right. So I'm a born Manchesterian. I'm definitely rooted from the parish. This is where I'm from. I have also coached chess in the schools.
Okay.
I also have a chess business where I go into schools and I teach students how to think critically.
Okay.
Right.
So you know about the French Open and them something there and the Gambit exchange. Okay. Right. Okay. You know about that something there. Okay. Right. All right. Well, good. So you have a chess background. You're a Manchesterian. Which high school did you attend?
I did some time at Denby High School in Clarendon for a time, and then I went private.
And then you went private. To which institution?
Institution called ICC, and I did some time at UWI Open Campus Mandeville.
Okay, very well. So do you have a degree? You have a master's? You have a doctorate? What's your educational qualification, if any?
Based on I did project management. I was qualified from last year as an international project manager.
Mm-hmm.
I've definitely been doing marketing for over the past 10 years. So, you know, I've been studying online as well. So I did an assessment with Lincoln the other day, and they would call me Dr. Chung. But let us hope, let us see how that works out.
Okay, very well. All right, so you've not yet got your PhD. You're still studying, and so but you have your school experience. So, Rohan, talk to me about now your political aspirations and where did this all start, and why are we just now hearing about you since the start of the debates?
Well, it all started probably when I was in grade 6, but I wrote a speech in grade 9. You know, wake up and smell the coffee.
Say again, repeat that for me.
In grade 9, I wrote the speech, wake up and taste the coffee. You know, stop smelling the coffee.
Okay, taste the coffee.
My great uncle Mikey said I should not say it, smell the coffee, smell the money.
Okay.
So, I guess people should start smelling the money going through their hands every day, and we're not, you know, putting a lid on it. So, growing up still, grade 9, I've always wanted to run from grade 9 as a politician.
Mm-hmm.
Not a politician, I'm a businessman now.
Yes.
But I've always had that political aspiration from grade 9.
Okay. So what qualifies you to be a politician at the independent candidate for Manchester Central?
Mm-hmm. Well, I can tell you.
Rohan?
Yes, I'm here. Are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you. Somebody, talk to somebody?
What qualifies me? I'm actually in a taxi doing this interview.
Oh, very well. Okay, you're in a cab.
Right.
Okay, so the politician in a cab. I got to tell you, you're touching the people. Yes.
Remember, I'm not a politician as well.
No, well, you're vying.
Right, I'm
yes.
fine. I'm not a politician, definitely. I'm not a politician.
So you're a what?
I am a businessman now vying for the candidacy, but until I get there, then I'm a politician. But currently, right now, I am not a politician until probably keeping my fingers crossed after the election.
Okay, so the candidate against whom you're running, Peter Bunting, who is for Central Manchester that you're going up against?
I heard it was a banker by that name, and I heard it was another educator lady by some C name as well. So I guess those persons are running.
Okay, I need to get Andrika. Get me the names of who is running for Central Manchester.
Oh my God.
Rhoda Crawford and Peter Bunting.
Oh, I think so.
No, but hold on, Ron. But hold on. But if you're a serious independent candidate, you have to know who your opponents are.
Right. So the last time I checked, it was those persons.
When last did you check?
About a day ago or so.
About a day ago. So what is it that ROHAN Chung, businessman of Smartphone over Worldwide Connections Marketing Limited, has to offer that Rhoda Crawford from the JLP doesn't have, and Peter Bunting from the PNP doesn't have?
Well, back to the first question that you asked, why I should vie for this political field. I've advised former Prime Minister Portia Simpson-Miller at the time to reduce GCT and the light bills of Jamaicans. To make sure that every small business and every business is registered in Jamaica. As it relates to this administration, I've also advised Minister Ruel Reid in getting tech in schools based on my chess program that I used to have. Because kids were not thinking critically. These kids were just swatting and then, they're not applying problem-solving skills. So, I've lobbied to get PEP in schools. So based on my track record, my advice, based on my research and my advices and my marketing experience, I am sure that what I'm bringing to the table for small business owners and the farmers, all the small farmers will be considered small business owners as of today.
Yes.
Because if we restructure their investments, restructure their banking practices, restructure them under small businesses, allow them to practice as a small business to set up a business structure, then we're sure to have 10,000 plus businesses created in Mandeville. And that will help our economy and help us with some tax money to pay for the water.
Okay. So my next question to you then is, Rohan, good ideas are always necessary in politics or for any aspiring or budding politician to have. But it takes a lot of funding to implement these ideas, to execute them, and to make them a reality. You are not aligned to the Jamaica Labour Party. You are not aligned to the People's National Party. You are running as an independent candidate. How then, as an independent candidate at 25 years old, can you implement all of these things and fund all of these ideas?
Right. I just turned 29 though.
29, sorry.
Right. I'll definitely be importing what you call the smartphone over worldwide connection jobs, meaning once you have a smartphone, you'll be compatible to work with Google. We are going to import 25,000 K jobs from India. That means persons can sit down and watch those security surveillance cameras. There's a test, they can turn off an alarm. There's data entry clerks. We want to focus on tourism in the area. I want to invite persons from the US, the UK to come into Mandeville, and not just Butcherias and St. Anne alone. Mandeville will have a level of tourists here that will bring an income to spend their money in the local shops to make sure that they buy the Jamaican food, and it will definitely have an impact on the economy here. I'm telling you, 25,000 jobs, from India. That's more than enough.
But that sounds,
every house.
But that sounds a little incredulous, though, Rohan, because in terms of the relationship at 29 years old, what kind of international relations do you have, or experience or exposure? Why your constituents or the people in central Manchester should trust that you can deliver on those 25,000 jobs from India?
Okay. Well, as a marketing person, my main focus when I started my business was to advertise on every single smartphone in the world.
Yes.
So imagine a young man that started this business from Manchester, born Manchester, the smartest guy they consider at my age, living in Manchester.
The smartest guy? Repeat that. The smartest guy?
The smartest guy in the world.
Oh, you're the smartest guy in the world?
Right, at my living in Manchester.
Okay.
I did this before Flow. I started this business before Flow and Digicel to advertise on every single smartphone in the world. That's something I'm able to do. I'm a marketing guy. I know the markets. I know how to market products. I can market any product, service, or brand. And based on my research and international relationship, I will strengthen our relationship with the United States.
Yes.
Definitely something that I know for a fact that the United States is willing to work with us in creating these jobs, especially with Google and Apple.
So they're willing to, well, that's a very bold statement to make, Ron. That you are the smartest man in the world. I have no empirical data where that is concerned. So that is hanging in the balance. But then if America and, England and other countries want to work with Jamaica, are you sure that they would want to work with ROHAN CHUNG?
I am definitely sure they want to work with me because based, again, on my work and my track record,
yeah,
they have seen a lot of investment opportunity because what we call investment opportunities that I have worked on.
Yes.
That have proven income for their country.
Okay.
So they know for a fact that those track records is what interests them for, despite their interest in helping me and bringing Manchester to an international standard.
So question, Rohan, for somebody who brands himself or styles himself as the the brightest man, in the world, right? How come we just hear about you? Oh, we never hear about you before. How come your name is not on Forbes or any of the billionaire lists or millionaire lists or anywhere in the world? Why are we now just hearing about ROHAN CHUNG, the best kept secret?
I have been doing a lot of background work. I remember the first time I met you was definitely at 5 in 4. Do you remember that project?
Yes, I do remember. I hosted it, yes.
Right. I met you there. I remembered. I don't know if you remember me vividly, but you know that I was at that meeting. You know that I've been doing a lot of research work.
Yes.
And on-the-ground work. So it's full-time for me to step forward now and serve my community.
Okay, very well. Is your company Smartphone Over Worldwide Connections Marketing Limited, is it registered?
Yes, it is. In Jamaica and the United States.
Oh, what is it registered as?
That's the name. Smartphone Over Worldwide Connection Marketing Limited.
I asked because I checked the company's office website and it's not there at all. As a matter of fact, it says there was a company. No, let me tell you. So there's a company there, and it says that the company is no longer operational. So I'm trying to wonder if there is a nexus between your company, because the names are very similar and very close. So I'm wondering if your company is up and running, because I checked.
Yes. Well, definitely. That was the business I registered first and I closed. It was a business first that I...
Hello? Ron, God, no. Hello?
No, maybe the call dropped.
Maybe the call dropped, but maybe the taxi went in a dead zone.
Right,
I'm not sure. Okay, we're gonna try back ROHAN CHUNG because I'm interested in this candidate and what he has to offer. I have some very burning questions.
The people want to know.
And the people want to know. We have him right here on Miss Kitty Live. ROHAN CHUNG, he's in a taxi, right? And doing the interview, and he was great enough to come on Miss Kitty Live. And the people want to know because a lot of us, we've been seeing him on the TV. We've seen the commercials, Calico, every night religiously. And we're wondering, who is this guy? How come we never heard about this guy? And really and truly, if he has something positive to offer, if he has something more to offer, right about now, everybody want what is best. You understand? So if JPP didn't even come out strong and good, I'm telling you, some Jamaicans would have given them a chance. So I'm sure that Jamaicans, there are some who would like to give ROHAN CHUNG a chance, right? To see what he's bringing to the table and what he has that is different and fresh and refreshing than what the JLP may have or the candidate that the PNP is fielding. And I'm sure people want to know what ROHAN CHUNG has to offer because we've been seeing him on the television. And gone are those days when people are some people are just stuck to JLP and PNP. If somebody is coming, because there are quite a number of independent candidates running and people want to know. Hello, Ron, are you back?
I'm back.
Very well.
Right.
Oh, right, in the terrain. So, right, we're talking about the business. So you say it's registered.
Definitely. So it started at a business first. So when you go online, you will see the closed one because I started in 2011 as a business.
Yes.
And then it's now registered as a company. I can give you the company number because sometimes when I'm searching as well, it's very hard for me to find it on the company's website.
Okay, well, give us the number, please. Yes. What is the number?
I think it's 902. I think it's 90512.
All right, 90512. We'll definitely fact check. In the meantime, though, Rohan, a lot of people are wondering, where is Rohan Chung, the independent candidate for Manchester Central, who is promising jobs and water for its residents? Where is he getting his funding? How is he able to afford these primetime advertising slots on TVJ?
Well, I do have funding from my company and myself, as well as some other close friends and business allies.
Okay.
But I want to make this clear, Miss Kitty.
Yes.
It's about marketing. It's about the timing. I wasn't running ads 2-3 weeks ago like these guys. They have 150 million.
Yes. How much do you have?
I'm sure it's under 15 million.
Under 15 million, okay.
I am telling you, it's just that I spend my money wisely, and that's what I'll do for the parish when I'm keeping my fingers crossed if I'm elected.
Okay.
Right. So I just think about strategic marketing and, time the commercial and ensure that I did not do investing funding 6 weeks ago or 10 weeks ago because it's over 150 million you guys have.
Right. So you consolidated your funds and you did a tight marketing strategy.
Right.
Okay, very well. So let me ask you now, though, Rohan, have you been going house to house? Do the people in Manchester know you? Have you been talking to the residents? How familiar are they with you?
Well, I can tell you, I have a few persons on the ground been putting in the words for me, but I've been going house to house, asking persons to represent them.
Yes.
Persons are giving me a slice of pumpkin. Gone are the days where persons think that people should give them $5,000 to vote.
Yes.
These persons are looking at me and say, young man, I know the finances, the politics is expensive. Here's a slice of yam. Here's some banana. Here's some yam.
Yes.
Here's some juice to drink.
Yes.
And Manchester is, is awake. I can tell you that. They are awake right now.
Yes.
They are definitely changing. And I'm sure that Manchester will probably make an upset in this general election. These are supported, intelligent Manchesterians that don't want 5,000 to vote.
Yes.
They want water in the house. They want jobs for their young kids, young children to come up, have a family just like everybody else. And
yes.
be able to work, go to the supermarket, go to them here. Not everybody wants a crime society that believes in badness. Manchesterians believe in morals.
Yes.
We believe in family values. We believe in working hard on the farm. So I am sure that these people in Manchester Central will definitely vote come September 3rd.
So, Mr. Chung, as an independent candidate, if it is that the people in central Manchester should vote you as the member of parliament, how do you plan on, implementing a lot of the water that you speak of, the roads you speak of, the jobs you speak of, when you are pretty much by yourself?
Okay.
What is your team like? Yes.
Right. Have you heard of the Logistic Hub initiative?
Yes, I have.
Right. I was the main research person pushing that project.
Okay, very well.
So what I'm intending to do is to invite Chinese and other laborers across the world to come into our country. And Mexicans. I just went to Mexico last year, again, for a political opportunity. But these are persons that have the equipment, have the experience in getting things done within a very fast time. And I'm willing to work with them while the other Jamaicans are learning the trade at the same time.
Yes. Well, let me just say this, Rohan, right? So, as you know, I'm a fact checker, right? And the 90512 company's number that you gave us is actually a Beijing Express Limited. That's the entity registered. Zhang Zhongzhu is the director of that company. So it's Beijing Express Limited.
I have the picture here. Hold on. Let me look at it. All right.
We're talking to Rohan Chung, if you're just tuning in. He is of Smartphone Over Worldwide Connections Marketing Limited and an independent candidate for Manchester Central who promises jobs and water for its residents. Now, many of you may have been seeing him on TV. He comes in an ad. It has the yin yang sign on it. It has his name on it. And many persons have been wondering, who is this guy? Who is he going up against? Who is he running for?
Sorry, it's 9061 to our phone.
90612. All right, checking. Not a problem, Rohan. Thank you. So a lot of people are wondering who Rohan is, and he is here right on Miss Kitty Live talking to us about his plans as to what he wants to do and implement in central Manchester. So, what makes you any different, Rohan, from the People's National Party candidate, Peter Bunting, and the Jamaica Labour Party candidate, Rhoda Crawford? What makes you better? What makes you better equipped?
Money for me. I am definitely looking at leaving a last name, a legacy behind. And what makes me better equipped is that I have definitely been doing a lot of research, a lot of groundwork, a lot of advices. I've been directing my country. I have created an opportunity. Let's say there's 4,000 businesses.
Yeah.
I'm showing these people how to get their business on Google listings. They don't even know these things. Now, if I get 4,000 businesses to apply for a mail from Google, that is money I'm bringing in the country's pocket through our mailing system. Just sending out those mails alone brings money into the pocket.
So let me ask you then, Ron, because a lot of people then may think or may be of the view that this is a marketing strategy and a marketing ploy for your company and not necessarily about your ability or desire to run as the candidate for Central Manchester. True or false?
It is definitely false. I will tell you with a statement as well. I am very passionate about Manchester. I love this part. I'm proud to be that I was born in Manchester. I am not here to rip the people off. I am not here to spend their money badly.
Yes.
And I'm not here to tell them that, it's only $40 million in the constituency fund.
Yes.
And there's nothing else we can do to pick up your garbage. I am going to go out there and find the money.
Yes.
Find the money as a marketing person. My job as a marketing person is to help small business find money in their businesses.
Yes.
And that's what I'm bringing to the table for Manchester. To find money, to get money in the parish, and to make sure that our residents' needs are addressed.
Yes. And just to check with you again, just to fact check and confirm, the company's number does exist and your company is registered. Smartphone over Worldwide Connections Marketing Limited, and 90612 is your number and your company is active and you were registered in October 2015. So now that we're over that, so the persons who think that you're a scammer, that is far from the truth. What do you say to those persons?
Oh my gosh, I am telling you that we have been facing scammers all our lives. These political guys in front of us are the biggest scammers we have ever seen. When you come and you lie to someone, when you come and you tell them you're going to do one thing and it's something else, that's a scam.
Yes.
So I guess Jamaicans have not even know the meaning of the word scam because they have gotten so used to it. So I'm telling you, as a good-hearted person, I will not ever sit by and allow these people to rip off the taxmen, to rip off the garbage collectors,
yes,
to rip off our residents with their white-collar crimes.
Right. Well, there has been, so I came across some information on Twitter, and obviously it's for you to confirm or deny, where a young lady is accusing you or accused you of stalking her family in Mandeville. A person under the name, I'm looking for the handle right now, accusing you of stalking her grandmother, stalking her family, being a menace to her, and she fearing for her life. These tweets were done back in 2018 and 2019. The individual operates under the handle Jilly_C. And your picture is there. She has a video as well. And those posts were made between 2018 and 2019. Is there any truth to any of the claims being alleged?
No, and I'll also plead the fifth on that.
Okay, very well. All right, we're talking to ROHAN Chung right now. He just pleaded the fifth. He doesn't have to incriminate himself or say anything else on that matter. We're going to take a break. We still have Ron with us. And we're talking to the independent candidate for Manchester Central, who we've been seeing on our television screens evening after evening, wanting to be your representative. Ron, say my face.
The hour between 3 and 4 p.m. was brought to you You buy IGL. Look to the blue.
Keeping you cooking, that's what we do. To get your guests, just look to the blue. Call our number, IGL's on the
Ma,
way.
still in the black, Monica. Well, he doesn't have to give evidence to incriminate himself, Nick. Yeah. Plead the fifth is to not say anything that may incriminate you, to say nothing at all. So I'm not guilty, I'm not answering anything, I'm not saying anything. Because you're not as an individual under any
Check the Friday Star to find out when and where you should collect.
To say
If you miss your
anything
date, you
that
can
may
collect on
incriminate
September 14
yourself.
or 15. Take a government ID and
No,
don't forget your
when you
mask.
say Fifth
For more
Amendment,
information,
plead the
call
Fifth,
Pat at
Sudania,
876-922-8007
it doesn't mean in Jamaica
or
necessarily, but
visit
we
the
understand what the
Ministry's website and
terminology
Facebook
means. You understand?
page. Path,
So,
advancing
you know,
your
it would have
family,
been a fifth
developing
columnist.
Jamaica. A message from the Ministry of
Yeah,
Labor and Social
but it's not
Security.
like fifth,
The following is a
plead the fifth
announcement
in
by
Jamaica.
Jamaica
It's what it means and what it connotes. No, to plead the fifth means I'm not talking, I'm not saying anything, I'm not confirming or denying, I'm pleading the fifth. Silence. I'm invoking my right to silence. And I can be silent. And by the way, my silence should not be interpreted as me confessing to anything. I'm being silent. I have my right to be silent. You know, in America, they read Miranda rights. You have the right to silence. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of yet. So I'm invoking my right to silence, and I don't have
The
to.
time has once again come
no.
for Jamaicans to return to the polls in a general election. Several issues will be on the minds of Jamaicans as they make their way to polling stations across the country. Whether at the national or constituency level, it will all come down to what happens inside the ballot box. Nationwide 90 FM is your best source for credible, accurate, reliable, and engaging political analysis of all the key battleground seats.
Yes, he's in a cab.
Join Confused
He's for the
for
people.
the ballot box.
Ballot Box, review of the historical
Yes.
constituency data, is brought to you by Future Air Conditioning Limited. Superior service
Tell
guaranteed.
Ellie to,
And
okay,
Ministry
Ellie,
of National
vote
Security
for who you want to vote for,
safer
and
Jamaica.
I'll vote for who I want
Vote
to vote for. Thank
2020.
you.
It's time for
Yes.
you to get the results inside NNN Election Center.
Right.
You can also watch and listen to Election Day coverage
Yes.
powered by Ready TV on St. Thomas Cable Network, Astrotech Communication, Satcom Cable Television,
People on
Gemini
that?
Cable Network, Intech Communications, Cable One
We're
Limited. Cables Network, Starcom Cablevision, Network Services, TTL, Communicable Cable, Advanced Cable Old Harbor,
Silence
Combine
doesn't mean
Cable,
you're guilty
Flow
at all. Silence for
Communications,
many
Fantastic
reasons.
Cable, Linscom Network,
Yep.
Venus Cable Service, NEMS Electric and
Oh, run some of the
Satellite,
smartest man in the
DigiPlay,
world. You
We Star
understand?
Communications, Stars
Yeah,
Cable Company,
so-
and more 91.7 FM.
You wanted to know, so we're keeping you in the know. It is Island Tuesday, right here on Nationwide 90 FM. This is Miss Kitty Live. Who is he? Where him come from? Auda mania. Where him get so much money from for advertising a primetime TV? Rohan Chung of Smartphone Over Worldwide Connections Marketing Limited, and the independent candidate for Manchester Central, who promises jobs and water for its residents, is my special guest right here on Miss Kitty Live, and he's talking his talk. So, Rohan, question. Why were you not available or part of any of the debates where Jamaicans could get to see you, hear you, and, you know, hear your points, your thoughts, your plans, and the policies that you would want to implement?
Well, I definitely would love to be a part of it because...
No, them gone already. Finish.
Right, that's what I said. I would love to be a part of it. I would have loved to be a part of it.
Yes.
But what happened, I noticed that these political guys, they cater to no other party. Like, you know, using...
Yes. So
Right.
were you invited to the debate?
No, I was not.
Did you make yourself available for the debate so that persons knew that you were running?
I was also trying to get to the commission.
Okay. Okay. So what happened?
But I did not receive a favorable response
Okay, all right. Why didn't you receive a favorable response?
Again, I don't know because they own the country's assets. They'll probably do what they want to do. But try to make probably the communication error. Probably didn't get my message in time, or I don't want to bash them.
Okay. So you're running for as an independent candidate for Manchester Central, and you're promising jobs and you're promising water for the residents. In terms of these plans that you have, why should people vote for you?
All right, I went to the well in Poros.
Yes.
To drink the water there.
You went to the well to drink the water?
Right, yes. There's a well there in Poros that, the water just flows up and it's
yes.
Nice. I can send you the picture.
Yes.
So I'm saying, why is it that the water is right here and these guys are definitely, they don't care about us? It's a pump situation. You hear the pump break down, so I'm going to fire these guys out.
Yes.
So I've been to these places. I go to river every Sunday, so I know where the waters are. It's not very expensive to get the pump fixed. It's not very expensive in getting projects.
And you have the money to fix them?
That's what I'm saying. Based on my plans, my business plans for the parish, I'm sure that there will be enough money to ensure that the water problem is addressed through black jump projects, constructions of reservoirs, giving out vouchers to persons to pick up water bottles or bottled water in the supermarket.
Yes.
And also to focus on pipe waters in their houses. So based on how we have been spending our money, we cannot tell us that we are living in a home and we don't have any food. It's quite ludicrous to tell your child you don't have any water or any food.
Yes.
So again, jobs is one of the things. Is once you're working, you can buy a bottle of water and then you can go and work and take what you need to do.
Yes.
But jobs and water is the key thing that needs to push our economy here in Manchester and have it run like a business, not a piggy bank where everybody just come and spend.
Right.
Spend ridiculously and not making any money for the
since you, as a self-styled, the smartest man in the world, right? Did you ever consider joining the People's National Party or the Jamaica Labour Party, run as an independent?
Well, can I tell you that based on my history, my family bloodline is related to Right Honorable the late Edward Seaga. I'm related to John Jr. But I have also Prime Minister to let his ticket. I don't know if he had not received that letter while I was in Mexico last year.
Yes.
With my intention to run. And also with the PNP, I think there was some offering from the then Prime Minister for me to probably come aboard then.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been working on some projects, but it's time for Manchester to wake up, and I think, I'm keeping the balance. I'm making sure that I maintain that yin-yang, that balance,
mm-hmm.
Be the coach in the middle so these guys doesn't kill the one on the left and the one on the left doesn't kill the one on the right.
So that's your color, black and white. What's your party color? So what's the name of your party? Is it just ROHAN CHUNG? What is?
It's ROHAN CHUNG candidate for now, right?
Oh, candidate for now.
For Central Manchester.
Were you encouraged to run by Rhoda Crawford and Peter Bunting?
Definitely, I can say something. I've wanted to run from when I was a child, so.
Yeah, but that doesn't answer my question, though. My question is, were you encouraged to run by Rhoda Crawford and Peter Bunting? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, very well. So you wanted to run from 9 now?
Yes, from grade 9, right.
Okay, all right. Are there any you'd like to clear up now? Because some people, say, that, boy, Miss Kitty, this man never sound like him mentally altogether there, Him not sound like him right, As a matter of fact, I saw on Twitter also where Sally Portia tweeted that she's, and I quote, just seeing all this about ROHAN CHUNG. He has been going all over saying that I support him and uses my name for money. This person. Do you know of this tweet and what do you say to that?
Yes, I've heard of it and I can deny all of that lies.
Which part are you denying? That you use our name for money?
All of it I've not used. Sally Portrait is when I went to a parish council meeting and so exactly for out. I have not seen this lady from that time as yet. I've never used her name to gain any money on anything at all. So that's a lie. It's a big lie.
But you know of the tweet. But you know of the tweet.
Yes, a news person asked me about that earlier.
Okay. Okay, very well. Go ahead.
I can tell you very much what I've been feeling, that these guys have been trying to hide me.
Okay.
They want me to leave the country. These guys doesn't want me to come out.
Who is these guys? Who are these?
Political persons on the ground. If I go into
people, PMP people or JLP people?
I am telling you that these guys are political and they spread propaganda. They try everybody I go to and I say, all right, I'm doing this. I'm declared as an independent candidate. Oh, you cannot collect any money, and they're trying to control me, and they're trying to see if they can set around me and plan around me and spread all the lies and rumors.
Oh, so them bad man your thing.
Right, and they're like, oh, it's a political machinery. We can do as you like. We can just go out there and tell a lie on you. And you rape somebody, and there's nothing you can do about it. So I'm like, you guys are so evil that you want me to leave the country, and I am bringing up my country. I am taking it out of the dirt that you're digging it into.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to make it clear to every Jamaican out there, I'm getting a fight, a very strong fight from 2 aisles of the fence, because I remember going by my auntie the other day, and she was like, oh, they came to her and told her that Uncle much as you want. And I'm like, I don't know her. It's like Kim, and then another counselor friend of mine tell me that, oh, somebody come tell her to this with your sister, and they're going to these people that I wanted to make a political move. So what they did, they tried to take away my Volkswagen 2018. They tried to do everything to me and then start to spread something.
But Ron, hold on. How can they take away your car if you're paying on it?
Something Miss Kitty was saying. Politically, once you find this with the supermarket, they go in and they try to
sabotage you.
Right.
Oh.
So it's like everybody was shunning me and everybody had this. And then, you know, when it started going out there that these guys are actually lying.
Yeah.
And, you know, these guys are actually traitors of the country, then I'm start seeing people saying, forgive me, sir, I didn't know. I'm getting a lot of that now. So I know for a fact they admitted to the fact that they have done something that is wrong.
So the people who are questioning your mental stability, saying that you're mentally unstable and incapable, that's wrong.
Sabotage.
Oh.
Political sabotage. Just because I advise that the government actually have in place and have actually used. So they just want to hide me and for me to work and do their research. Now, how can we scrape down all our mandate to make some money with the police? And then try to lock you in and then spread clear fake news. I don't want to even get into it. But I am not sitting back and allowing them to tarnish my name and my reputation because I don't want to be a part of them scam.
There are a lot of people, Rohan Chung, who want jobs, young people who want jobs. And I'm quite sure that a lot of people in central Manchester, they want the jobs, they want and they want progress. Why should they trust you and why should they vote for Rohan Chung come September 3, 2020?
The reason why they have to, they don't have to, but the reason why I'd ask them to trust me is that they have nothing to lose. We have been getting the same old stories over the years. Same lies, same continuous lie. You come, you leave a set of blocks. You don't even leave cement and steel to build the place. So how am I going to build it? As a politician, you're giving me some blocks and the land. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to get into it, but it's constant lies that these guys have been lying to us. They take our resources and they waste it. They waste our resources. And I am making sure that I'll go around, audit the place properly. I'll make sure that these guys that are not...
Oh, so you're going to audit the place? Sorry, you say you're going to audit? Oh, so you're an auditor too?
No, but I am a marketing person, and based on the fact that I have to...
But there are two different skill sets though, Rohan. Marketing and auditing require two different skill sets.
That's what I'm saying. Based on the fact that I do marketing, I'll have to outsource certain accounting stuff.
Oh.
Based on my experience,
yeah,
you have to work out. If you're running a business and you know that you're running a dentistry. As a marketing person, I have to work out how much does it cost per unit that you're spending actually on each customer.
Yes.
If you're spending $112 on each person, so that means you have to use a tip of the toothpaste, a little bit of the floss, A little bit of this, a little bit of that. So when I work it out as a marketing person, I have to negotiate. Should I contact the suppliers and negotiate, to get bulk pricing so you will be saving 20,000 more this year?
Yeah.
So again, my marketing work is very big and very broad. It has to do with head of communication, head of digital, and head of marketing. We cannot have a community where persons are not communicating with each other. So when the criminal come in play, nobody don't know what's happening to their neighbors.
Yes.
So based on my skill set, based on my experiences as well, I will apply that to the parish and ensure that, they are not stealing the toilet papers out of the parish council.
Yes.
And taking it to them yard, because we would have had some proper auditing being carried out as the MP reported back to me, because I want to make sure that this parish is run as a business and not a cash machine that is just milking money, and no one cares about bringing money into the parish.
Okay. Do you have like an office right now, Ron, where people can come and, talk to you and get to know more about you? Do you have like pamphlets or anything that, persons can, like a manifesto? So, for example, the Jamaica Labour Party has put forth their manifesto. The People's National Party has put forth their manifesto. Where is the manifesto for Rohan Chung?
Well, I can tell you that I have some flyers that will be distributed. Again, it's based on my marketing strategy this evening to tomorrow as well.
Okay.
To make sure that we get it cut off. I'm working virtually at this time. So,
okay, where can we see you virtually?
Right, virtually, so you can get me on the WhatsApp.
Yes.
I've also given out my number to local residents. I didn't want to give it out to the broader Jamaica.
Okay,
So I've been on the ground giving out letters with my contact number to the actual residents that live in my constituency. So they'll be able to WhatsApp me and get a hold of me if they need to.
Okay, so you say you have your financial backers?
A few.
A few financial backers, but Smartphone Over Worldwide Connection Marketing Limited is where really you're going to be able to generate the funds in order to implement these policies and ideas that you have.
One of the, right, correct. I'll put it that way as being one of the helping aid in pushing the parish up.
Okay. All right, Rohan Chung. Well, thank you for your time. So you have more commercials coming?
Definitely. The one that tells you to wake up and smell the coffee. My Uncle Mike said I should use smell the money.
Who is Uncle Mike?
Oh, my mother's brother.
Oh, your mother's brother. What does your family think about you running as an independent candidate? What are they saying?
God is with you.
Amen.
God is with you. I'm getting
Hallelujah.
all of that from them. Right.
Okay, so your family is supporting you?
Definitely.
Are they in Mandeville as well?
Right.
So they...
Right.
Okay, so your name is on the paper?
Right.
So were you nominated? I don't recall seeing you on nomination day. Were you nominated? Duly nominated?
I was duly nominated. I've gotten my books, everything. I did it a couple of minutes before 2 o'clock.
So, Ron, how come nobody never, all of the camera, them, nobody never catch you when them come to Central Manchester, them see Peter Bunting, them see Rhoda Crawford? How come nobody saw this independent candidate? I mean, there's an independent candidate in St. Anne. His name is Peter Shan, right? And he has been out handing stuff out, saw him being nominated. How come we didn't see you being nominated on nomination day?
Right. So it was a quiet one for me. Again, as I said, it was minutes to 2 that I got nominated before the cutoff time. And I just did my TV interview with TVJ because I was supposed to have it done on the day. When I went there, they said, the media personnel have left. So
they just didn't catch you.
Right. So it's always a situation like that. So if it's until 2 o'clock, I think you should wait until after 2, not leave before 2.
Okay. Do you have any plans as to how to get people to come out to vote for you?
Right. So definitely I'll be asking the taxi drivers to assist me because they're very influential. Do you know that they actually put a lot of money to the budget more than Bauxite?
I'm not sure. That's you have empirical data to prove that? Direct me to it, please.
So you look at the government's budget, and when I looked at it, one of the greatest income for the country would have been revenue through the Ministry of National Security, and that's through taximen, No,
but transportation, but taxi operators would fall under the Ministry of Transport, no so?
Right, transport.
You're right, and it works, not security.
It has to do with the tickets and all of that combined. So when you look at what they're bringing to the table, they're actually paying for some people's health care at the hospital.
So what are you going to be doing? What policy do you have in place for taxi men?
Well, I want to make sure that the signs, they have an option, because I run a marketing company. So you know those signs like in New York where you can put on the taxi sign?
Yeah.
They're limited to a grove now because I wanted to implement that because, you know, they could advertise there. I want to make sure that they get a little bit of a delivery option. So, you know, these areas that they're living in the terrain, they can deliver box food or different things without being indicted or any, you know, being in any
harassed.
Breach.
Okay, breach of the road code. Right. You talk about also, Rohan, jobs and water. What about for young people? What about, you know, the digital age, especially in a time now where, you know, because of the pandemic, COVID-19, education is going to be, you know, different. A lot of internet solutions. Where are you on those issues? Because I noticed you on your ad, it specifically speaks about jobs and water. But what else are you coming with? Because young people want jobs. What about the senior citizens? What about education? What about roads? What about all those other things? Electricity? What about export? What about those other things?
Well, I want to tell you, as it relates to jobs, once you have a smartphone, that's what we're looking into, creating jobs through smartphones. There is the data entry clerk, as I spoke about. Persons will be able to enter their data. We want to import some 25,000 jobs from India so persons can watch those cameras. Mm-hmm. But, you know, those are digital jobs, digitizing the justice system where, you know, with Google, which one of my main partners, because I'm also...
Google, hold on there, Ron. Google partner with you?
Right. So I have a registered corporation in the United States.
Oh, what's the name of it?
The same name I have, but it's a corporation.
Okay, very well.
So what happens is that because I'm a multi-level marketing firm, what the United States does, they have what you call a marketing agency association.
Yeah.
That allows all the persons to come together and share ideas and to provide them with marketing platforms.
Okay.
Which each other, right? So that's where you know that if you're offering Google ads, then therefore you are a Google personnel. You understand? They have this different, all these persons that are partnering with the marketing companies to offer marketing products and services.
Yes. Okay. And I asked you a question earlier about the young lady and what she tweeted about you, and you plead the fifth to remain silent.
I said no, and I also want you not even enter. I don't want to give them any media coverage, please.
Oh, no, that is fine. You can do that in your time, but because it's my show, then I get to ask the questions. Because the question I'm going to ask you is, as somebody running for public office, people want to be able to know and trust the person who they want to put their vote, you know, beside, right? And they want to know that this person is wholesome, that this person is trustworthy, honest, and open. And so these questions, though they may seem like, you know, we're asking about something that took place or allegedly took place in 2018 or 19, persons want to know. Your constituents want to know.
All right. Well, it started off probably with a personal matter of this young lady was living with somebody I knew. Mm-hmm. The person that I knew, then they were saying, oh, you know, it's because her father is one of the richest people in the country, so we could give her the weed to smoke. Mm-hmm. I'm not so,
give her the what?
Weed, marijuana to
smoke.
So they were acting very bad mind against her, saying that they could, you know, let us make her smoke then. That was the main agenda behind them.
Oh, so you're saying that you did not stalk her and you did not harass her family or harass her?
No. Any interactions or anything that I have to do is strictly either business or I'm at the same place with them at the same time. But as I said before I decided to go political, I was doing my chess business. I went to the JIS and I made a mistake by saying, oh, vote for me.
Yes.
And from I did that, I've been getting a lot of fights from that day until...
But Ron, why would they fight you? There have been many people who have come up. Say the JPP come out the other day, as I named the gentleman Peter Shan. There have been Ras Asta Black. There has been many independent individuals who have stepped forward, presented themselves. So why would they just badmine you? Why? What is it about ROHAN Chung? So why everybody from you say vote for me? Everybody just ate and come down for all those drop down for you once, sir? Why?
That's what I'm saying, Miss Kitty. I used to do all these research, give all these advices, actually free to these guys.
Yes.
So I guess based on my experience, I think that is the reason why. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think because I was the guy doing all of the research and decided that I sit down in the office no more and work for it for me. I go there and represent the cause.
Did research for again?
I did it with former government and current government.
Yeah, specifically who?
You heard of the Logistics Hub Initiative?
Yes.
You notice the name, from you hear my name, Smartphone of a Worldwide Connection Marketing. It sounds like WhatsApp, right?
Yes.
So what it means is the linkages of different people together on one network.
Yes.
Businesses. So when you heard about the Pepin schools, as I told you before.
Is you come up with that?
Right, because of the chess thing, Miss Kitty.
Okay.
I was doing chess,
yes.
Getting critical things.
Yes. I play chess as well, so I'm very au fait with the board, you know? Yes. Right.
I remember even approaching you when I was doing chess, and you definitely had, I think we did an interview or something, I don't remember, but you were very supportive of the chess thing.
Okay,
I think we did an interview before.
Oh, I have to check back because it's not coming to my mind at the moment.
Right. So again, you'd have known that's one of the reasons why the chess thing came about.
Okay.
I've definitely lobbied on certain issues through social media blogging that I had to raise. I mean, I would just call the minister's office and I'm like, why are they not raising the minimum wage?
Yes.
So they look at what I am actually doing, what I've researched, what are the current issues, and then they would apply it and act as if, oh, this is my idea, and we are the one came up with this.
Oh, so because of your expertise and because of your knowledge, and as you said, as you styled yourself earlier, the smartest man in the world, then they think you are a threat.
I think so.
Oh, I see. Where can we
wrap it up perfectly?
Where can we find you on social media, Rohan Chung?
You can look on YouTube. I did some very controversial videos that I'm telling you, the debt traps. I don't believe in the education system. And that's why I guess the Prime Minister is asking for a commission of it.
All right, so tell me what's the handle? What's the YouTube handle?
It's Rohan Chung.
Oh, just Rohan Chung. Okay, so that's just your name, Rohan Chung on YouTube.
Right.
Okay, very well, Rohan. Well, are you ready? Are you excited about Election Day? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling excited. The persons on the ground see that I'm getting a fight. The persons on the ground are supporting me. They're praying for me. The young kids are saying, oh, chess code. I'm feeling, right now I want to cry because I'm saying after this journey, I feel...
Go ahead and cry, Ron. We like cry over here. We cry. You can cry. Yeah, we cry. We like men that cry. Big up men who cry. Yeah.
But I want to tell you that I feel so good that I am from Manchester and I'm a proud Manchesterian.
Yes.
I can tell you that. And that's how I feel now.
All right, Ron. Well, guess what? All the best come Thursday. I will definitely be calling you back, come what may, whether you win or not, and to get from you, your experience in your first general elections and to see how you fare. Because, as it is, the tide can turn any which way. So now we have ROHAN CHUNG, independent candidate. We also have for Manchester Central, Peter Bunting for the PNP and Rhoda Crawford for the Jamaica Labour Party.
Right.
All right, and you're saying the people should put the X beside the what now? Because PNP are beside the head, JLP are beside the bell. You are the what?
The yin yang, the black and white sign.
Oh, so put the X beside the yin yang.
I don't want an X. I prefer a tick. Once there's an indication that they're voting for me, that's enough.
No, I don't know if it's a tick available. I think it's a X. The instruction normally said X. I could be wrong.
But I think the last time I checked, though, once you're making an indication that you are, some indication that it's for that candidate.
Ron, I could be wrong, but my brain is telling me, and I voted, is a X monopoly. Them instruct you.
Right.
But whatever it is, whether X or ticky, you want them put it beside the yin yang.
Yeah.
Okay.
CHUNG.
And by the way, final word. Why did you choose the yin yang as sign as your sign?
It represents out of many one people here in Jamaica, the balance, I'm from a mixed culture, I'm from a mixed family as well.
Right.
So it creates that balance between also good and evil because of my belief as well. So it's just a perfect symbol of out of many one people.
Oh.
The balance of my religion and, my background as as a true Manchesterian.
All right, my darling, not a problem. Rohan, thank you for your time. All the best, and do take care, and we'll be in touch, okay?
Thank you, Miss Kelly.
All right, Rohan, take care. Bye-bye. Rohan Chung of Smartphone over Worldwide Connection Marketing Limited and the independent candidate for Manchester Central, who promises jobs and water for its residents. You heard him right here, live on Nationwide 90 FM.
Choose Brunswick tuna, mackerel, salmon, and sardine, and be Brunswick fit today.